man känner att klockan går lite trögare. Då kommer kören brannar också direkt.
Har de bara tävlat nu?
Ja. Ja.
Very much welcome to this webcast from Livechannel Cup here in Härnösand, Sweden. This is the second year that the Channel Cup is run in this format, and it is really turning into a really good competition with very good international teams from all over Europe. And today we're going to watch this session. We're going to watch the Norwegian team Oppdalsbanken playing RiteIce from Sweden. And let's see here. Oppdalsbanken are starting here in the first end. You see the lead, John Aunian. Nice offensive playing, and it looks like the ice also invites the teams to really play a nice curling. If you haven't been in Härnösand, this is a very nice 6-sheet curling club, and this weekend we are looking at 12 men's teams and 9 girls teams. The team from Norway, Oppdalsbanken, I have not seen before, and the Swedish team RiteIce are the team that played at the World Junior Championships in Flims last spring.
Top 12. Samma fart ungefär. Bra linje! Bara fart!
There's a second shot from the Swedish lead, sorry, Victor Martinsson.
Kom igen! Ja, kom igen, Arne, kom igen! Go!
Nice line.
Ja, bra där. Bra.
It was a good start from
Rolling.
Victor. Two nice draws. Putting some pressure.
Järnegård. Det första målet.
The Norwegian boys don't see any other option than taking the guard out.
Yep. Spela en
Fackfart nästan då.
Sarg.
Fredrik Nyman, the Swedish skip, calls the weight. Board weight. And here's Johannes Patz, Swedish second.
Sarg plus!
Japp! 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 Hårt!
And here comes the curl.
Oh, oh, oh! Japp! Nej, oh, oh, oh. Oh, sorry. We can. Okay. So. Yeah.
Not too bad. Not what they called for, but they're definitely putting some pressure on the Norwegian team early in the end here, with 3 shots in the house and 1 for the Norwegian team.
Nej, ta 15 öre. Ja, 15. 15. Kanske lite här.
The Norwegian second, Harald Skarsheim, Rian. Perfect play shot.
Bra, Harald. Vänta. Andra ser jag. Spela samma.
Samma fart.
Ja!
Dämpad!
Ja!
Dämpad!
Ja! Kör! Wow!
Dämpad!
Ja! Fuck, sorry.
Alltså.
Ledsen. Bra lirpass. Fuck. Okej.
Säkert lite trögare här.
Ja.
Vad strötthåll?
Okay, and I can welcome Andreas Prytz by my side here.
Hårt!
Welcome.
Hårt! Upp! Hårt! Ja, börjar stå upp där.
So you were here this morning preparing ice. How do you see the ice?
Yeah,
Vad är in eller?
some problem with the pebble. It get a little bit too warm, so
Långt.
Okay,
Let's start over. So for those who didn't hear me welcome Andreas, which was everybody, I now say welcome Andreas to this game.
Yeah, thank you, Magnus.
And when you were off the air here, we were discussing the ice conditions, and you were saying there were some problems.
Yeah, in the late part of the game, the pebble didn't really manage to stay, but we have tried to adjust the
din förra
ice
känns som la ut den lite.
temperature a bit, so
För jag tyckte det såg likadant ut, så jag trodde du skulle sticka
better now.
direkt.
Okay,
För,
but it looks like it's swingy ice right from the start here in the
för det
first
var
end.
liksom, såg lika
Yeah.
ut spelat.
And Sweden is getting in control. Norway
jag glömde min jacka där.
missed an open hit, and Sweden with Simon Granbom makes a perfect takeout for laying 3.
Yeah, big pressure right here in the first end. Sweden has the hammer as well, so I think Norway needs at least one double.
That one was a soft one, but it's not the weight that counts. If it is a double right away.
No, I think it's still in the house. The camera is a little bit from the center, so
okay.
I think it's still a counter. I think.
It's good to have Andreas in here, because he's like the expert of these things and knows the angles. But okay, we'll see what happens. So there was practice day yesterday for the teams.
Yeah.
Were there lots of teams here taking the chances to practice?
Yeah, a few teams. Poland, when I arrived 7 a.m. Yesterday morning, they were sleeping in the car outside the arena, and they practiced all day.
sleeping in the car.
Yeah, they came by ferry to Stockholm and then by car during the night. So some other teams just arrived this morning, so but now everyone's safe here.
Okay, excellent.
And it was really, I think we had 3 extra ends in the first draw, so it was really close games.
Well, that's good. We have to admire, though, people and team traveling from different countries, coming in late, sleeping in the cars. I think that's it's really nice to hear, because it shows some attitude towards the game of wanting to play and wanting to become better. I like that.
Yeah. It's the second year Livechannel Cup exists, and this year it's 12 foreign teams. So that's a little bit better than last year, and hopefully next year we will be even more. So we hopefully will have 12 female teams as well.
Yeah, but there's a big difference from last year to this year.
Yeah.
In the amount, as many teams as here this year, a lot more than last year.
Yeah, and we're trying to build this we have a plan for more years. We try to improve and we want to try to be the competition that teams really want to go for.
And last year was a great success, I would say.
Yeah. I was actually made it to the hospital just during the event, so I missed the whole tournament. But I had heard a lot of good things about it afterwards. Härnösand is the home of the Swedish Curling Academy, and it's the students who do most of the work.
It's good. It's impressive. Let's see here, Fredrik Niemann's first shot in the first end. Trying to make the come around to the corner guard to put some pressure on Norway. Well, I would say half buried maybe.
Yeah, and I like the call that to go behind the corner here. I'm not sure if
I think now they are, but before the Norwegian rock was better, so they're really putting pressure on to create the deuce.
And I think it's a slight possibility that they already have 2 points actually, but I'm not sure. It's tough to see.
I bet you 20 Swedish crowns that they only have 1.
No, I don't have that kind of money.
Oh no. Okay, the Norwegian skip. Forward medlem. And here comes the curl. Is it too late? Yeah, it's too late.
Yeah.
You could see from the first end here that the Swedes have been more accurate on sweeping according to the swing on the ice, because the Norwegian guys, they overcurled 1 and which they totally missed, and now they have overcurled 2 quite a lot, so they have to pay a little more attention.
Dämpad. Jag tror att det körar lite mindre, men det är med ändå. Det räcker, så länge vi har träffen tycker jag vi kan hålla igång den, för att vi vet inte riktigt. Ja, men det kanske sitter i... Jag har inte kollat vinkeln. Men har vi träffen så kör vi hela vägen tycker jag. Ja.
Yeah, he says if we translate the Swedish, he's going to play it safe. If we just have we hit it, we're going to keep sweeping.
Yep. Yep. Ja! Ja, kör! Kom igen!
A little bit softer weight than they expected, but
öka!
It looks like
Kom igen,
I think it's there.
Nice. So let's see, 2 or 3.
Looks like 2 from here.
Oh.
So great start for Sweden.
Det där var inte så nära, men du hade hur mycket marginal som helst.
The Swedish team RiteIce, they were in Scotland a few weeks ago. And was not too happy about that tournament. Had a really bad performance, and Nima was really disappointed with how they performed. So I think he's anxious to do a good tournament this weekend.
Yes, you're right. As the national coach for the juniors, I get to see some evaluation forms from tournaments, and it's true. They were not happy about the way they played. But then they played. I know they played a practice game also after the tournament was over, and they really came through in a good way, according to the skip. For the coach, Hans Niemann. So I think maybe already there they started to build up for this competition. Okay, we're back in the second end here, and Sweden scored 2 in the first.
Classic opening, they go in the house, but overcurled a little bit. They play the corner. I'm a little bit surprised they put the corner on that side, because if they put it on the other, they could force Sweden to leave the center line a bit more.
Are the sheets consistent with the swing? Is it the same swing all over the place? Would you say?
There are differences, but quite small. You can come around on almost all places. I think it swings a little bit more inside out than the other way. But it's been just 3 days ago. The swing just went away because it was a really wet weather here in Härnösand. Then the system closed the air from outside, so it's get a bit pretty much cooler, and that straightened out the ice. So.
Oh, okay.
Luckily, it was 3 days before the tournament. So change it. Tap back from the race from Sweden. Ring 2. Leaves an option for Norway to come around or hit and roll, and I think they choose the second option.
Yeah, they call the hit and roll on the top one here. But it's nice to see we have some teams that competed in the World Junior Championships last fall here.
Yeah, which one is that?
We have the RiteIce from Sweden here, and we also on the ladies side we have the Swedish team, Pantera. And at this draw, playing on sheet 2, just beside the team, the game that we're watching, we have the Scottish girls, Aitken. They also competed in Flames. In Norwegian, they missed the top one, but they got the second one. It lost the curl. How would you say? What did you lose the pebble? How did that turn out? Was it that the rocks just stopped, or did it just get very much curl?
Difficult to translate what we call it in Swedish, but it's kind of a messy ice you get, so it gets spots that stops where they have swept a lot. So, it was quite fast, but not as consistent as in the beginning.
Sweden makes a hit and roll and ends up right behind the tee line. And for those of you who are watching this game, if you want to ask questions, if you are a friend of mine or Andreas at Facebook, you could easily just drop us a message, and we can have some interaction. That would be fun. So please throw some questions our way, and we'll see what we can do about them.
Bra. Syn.
Okej. Ja, vi kan gå in ändå.
The Norwegians try to make the hit and roll, but my guess is you see at least 3/4 of the Swedish stone there.
Tempo!
The weight is a little bit up.
Nej. Nej. Inget efter. Den där är mycket hårdare än den på då.
Nej, 15. Så det, alltså det...
Jag tycker när den kommer fram är den svinhård ändå. Alltså det känns som att det är lite hårdare.
Förra var den 90, så den var,
Ja.
den var hård.
Men vi kan nog spela ner den på 30 typ egentligen. Känns det. Ja, det är bra. Ja, lite. Den är lite hård också tycker jag.
The Swedish boys are discussing the weight. Skip Fredrik Nyman says it was a little bit heavier than he had expected.
5-6!
Vad är det för? Vad är det för?
Till live!
Är det inga fel?
Oppdalsbanken, the Norwegian team, are just going to play the come around around the corner and leave the Swedish stone where it is, but
Stanna.
Konstigt nu.
it will not curl the way they expected.
Normal.
Wow. Nej. Har ingen träff än. Okej. Vad hade du på den? Ja. Okej. Ja, den la han tillbaka eller så. Alltså jag är lite osäker på den linjen här. Den är så bra spelad. Kan man inte köra väldigt mycket här. För det köra inte samma alls på min. Där nere.
Going for the come around.
Ja, då är den bra.
I don't see the Swedish stone as a big threat because it's behind T-line and still they need to get this pressure. Looks quite tight.
Yes, it's a massive overcurl and also a bit light. Yeah, the Norwegians are struggling a little bit more with the curl in the opening of this game.
Vi kommer hamna här kanske. Det blir en ny corner bara.
Nyman is not too happy about the corner guards, but
Tror vi låsa den. Typ. Antingen lägga den
What
här.
would you decide to play? I mean, if you try to take
Eller
away
där,
the corner
då
guards,
viker in liksom.
I mean,
Tycker vi lägger den här.
there's a big chance or risk that
Okay.
there will be one shot left anyway somewhere.
it is. Still, it's difficult to really play a good shot if you come around.
Alltså,
Still quite a good chance for Norway to
sätter han vicken
build
här.
up a juice.
Då är han
So
bakom tid, då
I
kan du
don't
frysa
think
på den.
Norway should be too
Kan
disappointed
lägga den hela öppen där då.
with not making the come around.
Ja, men vi ska ligga ganska bra. 4 fot här va.
Personally, I would probably play
4 fot tycker jag.
try the double anyway.
Så det är
but
bättre än här. Så var den ligger.
But I like the
minsann.
option that Fredrik is discussing now, playing top 4 on the other side of the corners, because
Ja, nolla.
it makes the hit and roll tougher, and even if Norway comes around the corner guards, it doesn't really help them.
they're just third shot. Yeah.
Ja, då.
Lite.
Bara sitta då.
Nej, kommer curla över. Som
From this point of view, this one looks heavy.
Yeah, I think it's through the house.
Nej, synd.
Now it's
för fel.
a lot better opportunity for Norway because they can draw behind two guards, and double guard is
Okej, ändå.
way better.
Lugnt.
But they really have to make this one now. if they do, I think it's a pretty good chance to score a deuce.
Yep. Yep.
Sweeping right from the beginning, but I think the line is better.
Yep. God linje. Hårt.
Line is good.
Hårt. Linjen nydelig. Hårt. 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 Hela veien. Hårt.
As well.
Ikke opp. Ikke opp. Kom igjen.
And they get in the house.
Helt inn. Helt inn.
I think they had it.
Just in front of the house.
Not useless, but it's a big difference if they have been just a few inches longer.
Hva er det da? Sinne. Akkurat ikke inn.
I think it would be difficult to count that one. Sweden has to make mistakes.
Og bær slett, da.
They're discussing the same shot this time.
Yes.
Hope for some better draw weight.
Yeah.
Jag tycker det. Jag ser nu att vi kan vicka in på deras också något lite. Den är inte inne men.
Ja, jag funderade på om man skulle runda deras lite grann. Om du tar in deras så är
Ja, exakt, det är det jag tänkte. Den ligger...
så går de nu bakom 10 så kan de frysa.
I still like this call. I mean, it's hard to do something with
Ja, vi lägger ut den. Typ där Simon skulle ligga lite längre ut.
But
They will play the hit and roll if Norway do it, they can get a deuce. But still, they force them to do it.
Inte så mycket.
yes.
Ja, jag har gett den en del då, Viktor. Jag har gett den en del.
Can't see any good option now because they,
Ligga 10. Topplock. Nej, sticker du. Lägg den precis på 10.
now you
Precis på 10.
can't get rid of the gods, of course.
Vart är den? Bara 10, kom igen.
We need to go with this one.
Nej, hela vägen ner då. Kom igen. Kom igen. Ja, bra. Bra sop.
We're gonna be happy about that one.
Ja, den är bra. Okej.
So he will play.
I think it does the work, because if they would hit and roll behind, it's they don't have very much to stop to be shot rock behind the stone that is just in front of the house.
Jævlig langt å rulle.
They can roll on the other one, of course.
Da må vi rulle dit, da, så har vi kanskje jammen.
More difficult to make, but
Stor sjanse for
still.
å og svært høyere da.
No, I think I would
Og svært
go
høyere
on
med
the
den da.
shot rock.
Men hvis det er jo såpass at vi har rullet såpass.
Villa? Jeg liker den da.
Ja,
Skal jeg godt få ta den?
jeg tar den ja. 12.
I agree. I would also do that.
Skal 12 da?
Ja, den kan dra etterpå, men om ikke så går den.
They have to,
Fast bak i hvert fall da.
in my opinion, they have to think what is the best option for us to score a deuce.
Ja, det er
And I don't think that this shot
tar
is
den,
the best
Jakob.
one for them to be able to do that with the last rock.
No, and they changed their mind. Listening to you, maybe. So if they make the roll, and if, of course, if they shot rock, it's really good. And if they're second, they still force Sweden to make something.
Hard! 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 Eget!
Will they get the roll?
No, I don't think so.
Eget!
Rätt då.
So hit and stay somewhere in the house.
Är du? Vicka bakom våran är bra. Så.
Well, we're talking about the teams that played in the World Juniors, and I think we have two from the girls' side and two from the men's side.
Ja, ni satte upp dem så det var ju.
On the men's side we have the RiteIce team and also
With Chappen is
Nepstad, I think.
In Austria, did
No,
they
no.
play? Wanderer?
90.
The Wanderer. Yeah, that might be true. I should know. I was there.
They were runner-ups here last year.
A little bit surprising, wasn't it? Last year.
Yeah, maybe in before. This year, I think we have to count them quite high.
Yes. And on the girls' side, we have the Swedish team Pantera and the Scottish girls 8 team. So it's, I think that's a good.
Yeah, Pantera just got away with a win in the first game against Estonia, who played really well. Okay, missed just the last shot in the extra end. Estonia scored 4 in the first end, and so
The Swedish girls, they had to steal in the extra end.
yeah. And I would say it was a mistake from Estonia who made them do it. So. No trouble there. 1 point for Norway, and we have the score 2 for Sweden and 1 for Norway.
I think you have to watch out for the Turman, the Estonian girls. I had the opportunity to be instructor at the international curling camp in Holland in the beginning of August this year, and quite a few teams that are here actually were at that camp, and the Estonian girls was one of the teams, and they have the World Juniors in Estonia this year, and I think they can be a little bit surprising because they have good qualities, even though they haven't played for so many years.
That's great. So, what do you think about the level in the juniors now compared to when you were junior yourself?
Oh, that's
way back.
it's so many years ago. I hardly remember. But it's a good question. I think, as it is on the men's and the women's side, all those countries that you were sure of beating, like if you see the more like remote curling countries, those countries are not so easily to beat anymore, and I would say it's the same on the junior side.
Yeah.
So the curling world is getting bigger, and give them some years, because in the beginning, it's, if you look at the Estonian girls, they have a nice technique. But when you're not as experienced as a team, it's the tactics that puts you in the trouble, I would say, most of the times.
Lite tight.
If you don't have the nerves to play the last box in a game, if you're not used to it, it's going to be tough.
You need to compete more to get through.
Yes, exactly.
So here in the third end, Jon Aunien played up a center right between the house and the hog line, and Victor Martinsson was trying to come around, but overcurled a bit on the hand. And Aunien is now attempting to come around in the house. There we go, through that big port.
98 fikk jeg.
The outhand draw.
Oppdal, that should be around Trondheim, wouldn't it be?
Yeah. Oppdal is a curling club who quite often has been guests in Härnösand.
Stå på høyt da. Snitt
They
ned.
have competitions. And they have for many years had a really good junior
Nå bit da.
development.
Bet faen ikke. Den må jo ikke bit.
So didn't make it to the house. Maybe I think they will measure that one to see if in the free guard zone, or
Ja, skulle jeg
see
si.
if they can agree.
Vi kan ta en mätning.
Behind the spots, looks happy anyway.
Va? Det ligger i icingrummet, tror jag. Nej, där nere.
Okay, for you who are watching the game, you will soon see my co-speaker Andreas walk on the ice as well, since he is the referee at this time of the tournament as well. Oh, here he is.
Jaha, ja. Ni bor ni på hotell eller? First?
He's got a far way to walk.
Men, ja,
I give you a quick overview from the other games at this time. On sheet 2 we have Scottish girls Aitken playing the Swedish girls Westman. And they just hang the score here, and after 2 ends Aitken is up 2-0. On sheet 3 we have the Swedish team Byman playing the Estonian girls, which we were just talking about, Turman, and they are tied at 1 after 2 ends. Sheet 4 we have Swedish team Rilea playing Poland SWE, and Rilea scored 3-ender in the first end, and what happened in the second end I do not know, because they haven't put the scores up yet. Sheet 5 we also have the Estonian team Peli playing the Swedish team Gullbring, and the Estonian team is up by 5-0 by taking a 3-ender in the first end and stealing a 2 in the second. And on sheet 6, Swiss team Stauffer playing the Swedish team Powell. Powell who stole 2 in the first end. And what is happening here in the...
Det blir väl tjapp ändå.
Well, there's no score up for the second end.
Var det inte det du sa?
I will be back on that.
Det blir väl tjapp ändå.
So back on sheet 1 again. This will be interesting. Lots of stones in play in front of the house. It could get messy, but interesting for us who are watching. Adel Skarsheim trying to come around the guards with an in-hand draw. Waiting to get the curl. Here it comes.
Kan han börja dö redan? Ja. Han kommer som fan. Ja. Jag vet inte. Bra. Bra.
Ta så, alltså. Det räcker vilka hit. Vi kan spela normal. Normal? Ja. Träffa där då.
Welcome back. I just told them that my co-partner here would soon be on live channel.
Yeah, we have a lot of tasks a weekend like this.
Yes, I can imagine it's a lot of work to do, and when you watch a competition like this, I don't think you really realize how many details you have to think about. What do you say about that?
No, it's a lot of work before and of course during. It's long hours and even afterwards, and it takes a lot of volunteers to make it happen. But I think we have a lot of volunteers normally. We had a few. We just was ill this morning, so we have to do double or triple tasks.
Okay.
Okay, small mistake from Johannes Pats. Trying to promote his own. So the Norwegian stone, but all curled, and chance for Norway to maybe build up a steal in this end. I didn't see the call there, but I think they can be quite happy with that one. It's not obvious for Sweden what to do. They can hit and roll and save the second a little while.
Så.
They also would be able to come around and bump the one in the top 4 behind the tee line and end up in front of the shot rock.
Yeah, I think it's swing enough for that as well. The risk is to do something in between. This is
Quite in between. No, it's a good one.
It's well played.
Very well played. Well skipped.
So,
Kändes mycket lösare.
who is shot
när han
rock?
slidade.
I think it's the red one.
Yes, I would think so too.
Ser du något då?
He's thinking about the freeze. Can't really see any other good option. They can-
Jag fick 82 på benen eller?
I think this is the one to play.
If the shot would not so much, and this would not be Simon Granbom, that would be the Norwegian third, Jakob Haugland.
Yeah. Not even close, this one. I think it's a little bit... Looks like it's more swing on the in-hand side when we play this direction.
Jag känner inte slide.
Odd ends.
So let's see if the Swedes can come around and
We tap the red one.
yeah.
I think it's just buried behind the guard that wasn't in the picture there. Here we have Simon Granbom.
Med. Ja. 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 Wow. Oh. Ja.
And it's gone.
Yeah, maybe you can play a race instead. Oh no.
I think we've seen quite a few of those actually
Nej, så
already
tidigt
in the
detta.
game with
var lite
stones
röd.
that
Ja.
picks up a little bit or whatever
Jag vickar in på
happens. And the Norwegian draw that lays there on top 4 foot example, they were quite curled out and stopped very quick.
Yeah,
Den greppade
Där
2
ser
gånger när jag slidade ut.
drives away.
Det var... Och så greppade den 2 gånger under sliden också, eller under...
So second time again there for the Norwegian to play the freeze around the corner.
Yeah, I think this one in the guard as well.
Yes, I think so too.
You could see that already from the release.
Japp, hårt. Egen. Hårt! Kör.
Okay.
But it
stays-
does some job there too.
Yeah, stays as a front.
Då splittar jag på där. Ja.
Ja. Vi satsar allt då. Om de blockar igen sen är det svårt, men jag tycker också det.
I think they could play the run back from the high one.
Träffa
So-
där.
Would at least open it up.
Yes.
Sätter in det så bara.
But they choose the...
I think this is a interesting call because I totally agree with you, because if they play the high one they have more options. Either they can do it perfectly or they can open up and take away both the guards.
Wow!
Oh, it's well played.
Bra.
Very well played, so it's hard to say something negative when they make the shot,
Yeah,
but still.
it's a really heavy weight from Granbom.
Bra sen.
I don't know if it sticks in the house. Just outside or
Rätta till den.
Ja.
Släpper sig till
Might
avvändningen
just
där och så
stay.
hugger till och så.
Ja. Det är sjukt viktigt att den där satt i alla fall. Att hade de missat den där då hade det
I
varit
think Norway
typ sjukt att deras på en dubbel.
have the courage to come around. They will try to roll or play the double.
Prøver for å rulle. Jo, men også redusere litt mer her da.
Vi kör 12 eller 10.
And this Norwegian skip first rock.
Upp där.
But I think they leave themselves with some options. If it doesn't curl enough, they would have a good chance of making the double. And if it's denied, if it's right.
Let's curl way too much. Hit it on the outside.
Yes, it was gone right away. But this is the kind of shot that you have to play it with the right margin.
Den där är högare den.
Yeah.
Tror sådär, ja.
Jag får lägga den här, ja. Det bästa är
So,
att lägga den här igen.
big opportunity for Sweden to come around here and will force Norway to play a really risky race or something
Du har ju kunnat hålla hans
to
scenen ganska
don't
bra.
fall behind big time.
Ja. Vi behöver inte gå så tajt, det kommer mycket i slutet. Men jag tror det är bra. Sen precis där bak.
It's gonna be a lot of webcasts
bra också.
from
Så vi inte kan frysa bort något. Så
Livechannel Cup. We have 2 more games today.
Deras den typ dog ju här nyss.
Another 3 games tomorrow, including the quarterfinal in the women's.
Ja, jag tror också det.
And on Sunday we have the
Men det behöver
men's
bara vara
semifinal
bike.
and the women's final.
Framför okej
11:30.
också. Ja.
So, just want to stay on the 12-foot,
Ja, det är jättehård va?
maybe
Linjen är
8-foot.
lugn. Den är jättehård. Rent.
Don't want to leave a freeze for
Håll
Bra
igång.
linje.
Norway, but I think it's
Jättelugn linje.
a bit heavy.
Kan ni dra den?
And
Måste
wide
dra
as
den
well.
nu.
Där den.
Yes.
Lägg den
Dra
här
den
då.
lugnt då.
So they change. Try to stay back 12, but I think it's through the house. Oh,
It hangs in there.
yeah.
Sorry.
Well, when he didn't make
Ja,
it
jag pushade,
as he
va?
supposed, I think that's the best
Ja.
spot to put it.
Det är nöjt jag har.
It still annoys Norway if they miss the shot. They
Får risk att
can
slå
lose 3. They can hardly do anything else than try to steal one. So this is a really important stone for Norway to
Yes.
stay in the
det.
game.
Det är risk att bomma så de kan ju få 3 här om de kan.
What do you feel about tapping the center red one in the house? They have quite a lot to work with there, actually.
Yeah, they do, but I think it's such a huge swing, so I think they're a little bit afraid. I think this is one that's easier.
Så rygg.
But the problem here is maybe that
Du ska ha rygg så bara kör.
it can be difficult to have the courage to really play the draw and don't
Ja.
think about the stone in the back and
wow,
as a saver. Easy to say when I see that it's long, but it stays there. But definitely it's possible to tap it out, but I think
Looks like you're just going to play the draw for 2.
yeah, I think that's quite wise. You get 4-1, you're still in the driving seat.
Very much. Very
Om jag
much in the
spelar
driving
70 innan
seat.
så sitter en 80 poäng i så fall. Men 90 tror jag också. Ja. 90 va?
Just play this draw. Shouldn't be a problem for him. Niemann normally works as an ice maker here.
Lite ut, linjen är
so
lugn.
Ja,
Jättelugn
he
linje.
should know how to play this.
Jättelugn linje.
Kom igen.
Yes, if everyone should, he should.
Jag har rygg också. Kom igen.
Looks like they
Ligger
have
långt ut.
control of this one.
Lägg om 10 så är det bra.
Ja, typ rygg.
Another deuce for Sweden. And we're up 4-1. We will soon be back.
Nej, kör. Ja, men bra Liv.
Jag kan inte skada om vi har rygg också. Så.
Nej, exakt. Nej, har man rygg man kan inte slå bort den åt. Bra.
Bra. Bra fokus.
Ja, det var inte så enkelt.
Fokusera lite grann nu. Och sätt lite med sten. Sätt lite med sten.
Okej, jag ska svara nu för det.
Jag kände.
Nej. Inte över! Inte över om det går!
Den är över.
Ja, kör då!
Okay, this one looks like a pick as well. It sure grabbed a lot of curl right away.
Yeah, it picks a little bit more than in the morning game.
Jag tror du vet den.
Don't have the time to use the Ice King between all games. And that
Ja.
can make this happen, and I think it will be even worse next draw actually, but we'll see. A pick and it stays as a corner guard, and that was the worst scenario.
Go first.
Well, if you ask the Norwegian guys, I think they are in a different opinion.
Yeah, I'm actually a little surprised that they don't guard it, because now they play a corner guard on the other side. Sweden can just hit his own corner guard away.
Nej, en chans att gå ut.
So if they have guarded that guard, so they would probably have a double guard.
Ja! Kom igen! Red! Bra! Han såg ut som du vek den, det var ju bra spel. Bra!
Easy peel.
Ja.
Well, you asked me about the development of the junior curling from when I was playing. I played my first World Junior Championships in 1988. And you have been running this Swedish Curling Academy for quite some years as well.
Yeah, it started in 1989, the year after actually.
So what's your opinion on the development of junior curling? And
I would say the same in the World Juniors when you played. I think you won 89.
Yes. Good. I'm impressed.
I think there were a few countries that could win it. But when the Olympic Games, I think that's a big turnover for curling. More countries start to play. And even if many countries are behind, they are getting closer. You really can see that the former top nations really have to do their best to win. They still often win the games and tournaments, but they have to work hard for it. And, some countries are already there, like Russia. They were behind before, but now they are there in the women's side. And the Asian teams coming as well. Like perfect technique when you watch it. And I would say several of the Asian teams also have the strategy now when you look at.
Ta nästa.
yes, they're really getting there. And I know a Canadian. Her name is Elaine Dag-Jackson. She's been working with Asian team for years, for a very long time. When we were playing, I think that was in the early 2000s, and she was over coaching Japan, and that was the days when I think you're totally right there when you talk about the Olympic Games, because with the Olympic Games it creates funding for nations who have not put any money in curling. But when it comes to the Olympics, money appears.
And now, like China, they have Marcel Rook from former multiple world champion as a coach. Of course, they get the strategy as well. Okay, they come around. I think it's buried quite deep, and I don't think it's a problem that it's so deep actually, because it still does the work.
Yes, but it doesn't leave RiteIce in a good position going and work in the back of the house either, so it's the opening of the end is not in their favor.
Oh no. When we were talking about other stuff, Sweden has made a mistake because there are two guards, so they must have missed one of them.
Yeah, they were going to peel the top left one, and they just got a piece of it. This one is... oh, it was almost full open.
Yeah, he really didn't want to stay there. He wanted to roll in the middle, so he got a little roll, and that was important because otherwise Norway could freeze it and use the guard. I think it's open enough so they can't really use that. Maybe if you do it really perfect. But it was really important to roll this decimeters.
Yes. Some people might ask themselves, why don't you want to be buried behind the corner guard? Isn't it better to have something in front of your own stone?
Not when you're, especially not when you're behind T and the other one is hunting to score 2 points. You could get the chance to freeze it, and then it can be impossible to peel it away. Otherwise, today I don't think a free. Back in the days, you consider a freeze as impossible to hit away, but today you play them so hard, so. You need a guard to really make it impossible. Sweden still shot, but they are trying to hit it and make another roll. I don't think they want to roll behind the T line now, so they get 2 stones behind T line, but of course that will also help.
And they just pass everything.
Yeah. Oh, I was surprised. I think he called for sweeping a few times, but he miscalculated that one. Must have done something in the release. So, leaves Norway. Quite a good setup in this end. 4 stones to play. Playing around the other corner. Yeah, why not? Can be patient with a Swedish stone.
Foran 10. Hup. Oh. Bra den.
Still wide, but now it comes a lot.
Foran 10.
I think you will get it. Could maybe sweep it a little bit. Don't want to leave the double. I think they can be quite happy with that one.
I guess it's okay.
It's open. Double is really, really difficult.
But as you say, the freezes are easier to take out nowadays, and it's also easier to make the freezes because the quality of the ice is normally a lot better than it used to be. So
yeah,
it's more and more of a precision game.
Hårt!
I think it's in a guard.
Whoa!
Oh.
Nice shift there from Skip Niemann. Try to do something about it.
Yeah, not so happy about it though. Norway, I think they're shot rock, and then the Yellowstone behind T-line is second.
Och förra Karl ingenting.
Norway is
Nej, den la
third,
tillbaka.
and then Sweden fourth again.
Gå över istället för att ro.
I don't see why he should work on that one actually.
Dobban så är han riskig
To
alltså.
do with a draw.
Så utsida så far den där tror jag.
We'll leave a promotion. Oh. Sweden.
Hit.
Thinking of tapping it to the side and roll in the middle. Or just play the freeze or semi-freeze.
Då har han dobban då min.
One behind T-line.
Ska frys för den bakerste.
To make it will be quite an easy run back for the Swedes. Still they have to do it, otherwise it will cost them very much.
I like the semi-freeze that you talked about. Corner freeze, the top yellow one. One thing that you can see from a little bit more unexperienced teams is that they go for the kill too soon. They're not building up the ends. They don't have the patience to wait.
Quite well played, don't really have the line. Need to get a little bit more curl to avoid the double. I think they did. Yeah, what should Sweden do? If they hit that and roll,
Det är bra.
then Norway could play the double on the front stones.
Vilka in lite bara.
Den här då. Det hjälper inte, den där är ju ändå bättre men.
Hit it on the nose.
Tar bort den.
Ja.
Be pretty much the same.
Ja, den här är bra. Frysningen är svår också. Kör den.
But I don't see.
But I would definitely roll the one, so if they try to hit the top yellow one, that they will remove also the red one on the T-line.
Yeah.
Vi ligger bara tredje sten, men det finns inte så mycket annat att göra.
Because you don't want to have Norway playing the double and making it.
Då låser vi ändå bort deras frysning.
The rule is quite important. It's not a disaster to actually roll out of the house.
Dämpad, 30 eller?
You only have 2 stones to work with.
Yes.
But as you said, the roll, just to line up the yellow ones down to the red, should be quite good.
Yep.
It will leave Norway shot on the other side.
We call them some sweep.
Rent.
I don't think it costs enough. To hit it on the nose or. That actually leaves the double.
Yeah, that's not a nice position for the Swedish team, because it leaves Norway with a double for laying 3.
Ja, det är okej.
För rulldieta, där har en massa tripplar.
Also, if you talk about margins, what to do, it would have been a lot better for the Swedes if they would have hit the red one and rolled out of the house than leaving it like this.
Lägg oss bara här då.
Hvis du sitter på mitten. Nej, jag tycker jag ska ta den.
Jag tycker du ska få bort den där då. Och slå igenom med 3.
Ja.
Där, mitt på, eller där måste mitt på. Så fan med pröv på trippen. Kraft där.
Ja.
12.
Ja.
Okay, it's going down to place first stone here in the 4th end. Probably to make the double.
Det är nu en.
Ja. Kul, det är nu. Køler med den veien nå.
Playing it inside out.
Jeg tror jeg skal ta denne.
Now we change it. A little bit surprised they don't agree on these things before he go down.
Yep!
Hard!
Yep!
Whoa!
Hard!
Whoa! Whoa!
Looking quite good.
Yep!
I just swept it a little bit. Very well played. It's so close to get the double.
Det er ikke.
Still lying 2, but leaves the double for Sweden.
Det er ikke.
Ja. Det är träff där på. Jag vet inte.
Just overswept that one.
Ska du sitta chappen?
But you commentated on not making all decisions when they are together in the house. I think that's very typical. You see all those a little bit more unexperienced teams as well. You don't decide there and then. You think about it and you walk away and then you think a little bit more. And that normally he was very close here, but normally that doesn't give you the best options of making the shot.
No, it's getting you out of the zone when you're on the hack. You're going down, you prepare to play a stone and you come down and he's thinking that way, I was thinking that one, and you get a discussion.
Yeah, I think the best way, if you end up in that discussion, leave the hack, go back to the house, make the decision and go back if you have the time to do it.
I think it's for most teams, maybe not for everyone, because we are different individuals.
That's a nice way of saying I don't agree.
So he's playing.
Ja, men det får vi ge ändå.
He will play the double, I guess, or the roll. No, should be the double. Try to hit it very thin to stay 2.
Ja, dämpa den.
Well, that is a little bit risky.
You think it can? I don't think he can jam it. It has to be really thin.
Yeah, it has to be
Om det är
really
något så okej så är det vicka in
But
lite.
it's take some courage to hit it thin enough to make the double. Of course, I think the most common mistake is you hit it a little bit too. Oh no, he's not playing that one.
Yep.
He's playing the roll. I'm sorry.
Ja, kom igen! Ja, kom igen! Kör, kom igen!
Looking
Det är
quite
bra,
good.
kom igen!
Yeah, I think they have nice backing over on that side.
Hej!
No, they wouldn't hit.
Yeah,
They were just going to nose it.
Okay, I thought they were going to.
We were totally out of it.
Yeah, of course That's the double. I'm not sure he will get 3. I think there is a chance. Because he has some support from the red stone if he makes the double. He can play the same way. He has to make the roll for 2. I don't think the nose is enough for 2, do you? Yeah, maybe.
Oh, that is
hard to say.
We just have to see.
Yeah. I think there is you can get 3.
I think so.
And he just played this one, and now there is no confusion about what hand to play, of course. So if we were right, this will give him a bigger opportunity to make it perfect. I thought he was there and
a little bit wide, but they're sweeping now.
Hard! Hard!
It's good. Oh, will he get it out for 2? He has 1 for sure. Might just be a measure. You'll probably see a measure, and
My impression is that they only have one.
Där kan ni se.
And then we will have a short break before we are back in the fifth end.
Några.
Okay, the call for measure, and my co-partner here, Andreas, will soon be visible on TV performing the measure.
En stor RiteIce som nästa.
We're now going for a commercial, and we will be back with the result of the measurement right after that.
Så, var på kusten. Jag vet på gott det där.
Run from the measurement. A rerun from the measurement. In the fourth end.
What a good-looking guy in the blue T-shirt.
Yeah, isn't he? Very clear. A red one. And Norway totally owned that end. Having the pressure on the Swedes right from the beginning. So getting in contact. Just down one and 4 ends to play. And that's good for the game. And good for the viewers.
Good for the commentators.
Yeah. Sweden start. No, sorry. Norway start by playing a center guard. And Sweden come around at top 4 circle. Oh, Nielska. We'll try to freeze this one.
Yep. Branden.
6-7.
Yep. Oh, där. Rättning är fel.
This comes.
Yep. Hard. Yes.
A little bit light. Had to wait for the curl. Couldn't sweep it.
I think it's still a chance for Sweden to roll behind. Stay 2 behind the guard. If they make this one, I think Norway have to maybe think of plan B for this end. Can be quite difficult to be aggressive at that start.
Kom igen!
Still, let's see, Harrison has to make this one.
Kom igen, ligger bra!
Nice line.
Go!
Can overcurl a bit. Yeah.
Oh. I get a corner instead, so I wouldn't be too surprised if they can be quite happy about that corner later in the end.
Vant? Okej.
I'm not sure about the call. I think it was a tap.
Yep.
No, maybe a hit and roll.
I think the call for the hit and roll.
Looks like that. Harald. He's out.
They really have to work on this one.
Yeah.
And rubs the top one.
Bumper weight. Thanks to the weight, it sticks in the house, but Sweden still shot, but behind T-line. Just rub their own red and tap the yellow behind T-line. Who should be happy about this? I think it's the Swedes.
Det här är typ deras center nu.
Yeah, I think this is the only call
Försök att
to
sätta
do.
ner den där, är nice.
Roll or double is okay, of course. Maybe a little bit difficult, so
Yeah, they have lots of opportunities playing this shot, I would say.
I would say just
Tunn träff. Tredje, fjärde del typ.
maybe just to bumper weight a little bit more.
Tredje del, normal.
But they're playing it tougher one.
A normal takeout weight.
Yeah, or maybe a little bit plus. I'm not sure about.
From here on the angle looks like a soft one would do the work better.
Yeah, it does, but maybe he's more sure of the ice by playing it a bit tougher like this one. I think this is a normal plus. Makes the double, roll off. Still, it's a good thing for Sweden because I don't know how Norway should really get the steal out of this.
Jag tror han frågar tredje del, men han frågar nog clear.
No, but still, it's so early in the end, and if you play the softer weight with that kind of shot, you have so many more options to. You could either do the hit and roll and put pressure on. You could roll out to the Norwegian steel and like corner freeze it from the inside, and you give yourself more chances to also score a deuce.
Yeah, I agree. If you think it's
here's one that's going to curl a lot.
Fart på träff! Trappen va? Nej! Inte nog längre.
Not even close. Something happened to that one as well. Not a good start for Norway. They were coming back in the game, but now they.
Säkert förbi så här.
I can't see how they will.
Fan.
will not lose 2 or more in this end actually.
Så ligger ganska högt upp.
No, everything looks very much in Sweden's favor.
Försiktigt.
Yeah, I think they're really happy with this setup. But
Ja,
this is heavy.
Ja,
I think it might be through the house.
Fälstinget. Nej, inget då. Risk.
It's really hard.
Genom.
Surprisingly
Sen.
bad performance. That's even more than a hack weight in the 5th end. From out of the blue. You don't often see Johannes do these things.
Yep.
No, it's surprisingly, as you say, so late in the game, and you should have more control of your draw weight at this time.
Vi känner Bruce Lee ingenting här då.
Well, still, it's a good option to score 2 for Sweden. And
Köra.
Yes, it is. But still, you have to really be one of the top teams. You need to put those stones in the house, and with the right margin, make sure that it's front of the tee line and putting the pressure on all the time.
yeah.
So let's see Simon if he can put the draw there.
Etta släppet.
Linje.
This weight looks better, maybe a little bit short even. I think it's in the guard as well.
Off the line as well.
Ja, ta
Yeah.
bort det från mitten i alla fall.
It's a look a
Bort från
bit
mitten.
strange in the release.
Alltså fram till tid, det är ju
I don't
ingenting.
know if it picked, it did in
Ja,
the
men spelet
hand.
skulle
but
klaga på det, kom igen.
Säger, fram till 10 är det ju.
it
Ja.
had no weight.
Det är blankis fram till
One
10.
to the hack and
Ligger en hög 12-fot bak
Well,
där.
if the ice is a little bit messy, you have to be very sure of releasing the rocks with a firm curl.
yeah. I don't think these mistakes were the eyes because you could see them from the start that they were without hope.
4-5. Japp. Fuck up.
And on this spot there is a huge swing. I've seen that all game.
Hårt.
This one was also
Hela, egen.
wrecking the guard, and also weight problem there.
I think it's because the weight it hits the guard. So another chance for Simon.
Alltså,
Lite i släppet, lite fram.
bra linje.
This looked like
Håll igång,
good speed.
Lugn is.
Maybe a
Håll
little
igång.
bit
Bra
past
linje.
T-line.
Ja. Bara fart. Vänta. Ja.
Pats igång.
Ska jag gömma den? Vänta lite. Vänta.
Quite far away from the guards as well.
Ja, dra bak 8 då. Ja, sitt.
A little bit past T-line. so you can
Ja,
say.
men då spelar vi curling fullt.
It looks like they are a little bit unsure of the weight and the curl sometimes.
Det är som att det gått med kingen fram till.
Yeah.
Having trouble to find the perfect line for the draws. And as I watch over the other sheets, some big scores. Sheet 5, it's 6-5 after 4 ends
Det känns som fan, det känns
for Sweden. Gullbring against Estonia.
Yeah. Estonia were up 5-0 after 2.
And now
You have all results on Cup Online. You can also use the app.
Yep. Whoa.
and here's Oppdals. First skip stone.
Yeah.
So what
That-
will Sweden do?
I think a blank end coming home in the sixth.
For jeg måtte, eller trodde det var
One
litt
up
i,
with
så
the hammer
det
is
regner litt ut.
strategy a good thing. So I don't see any reasons to come behind the corners right now.
1-0 är helt okej den här gången.
If this would
Känner
have been
man
the
avvika ut
fifth,
lite.
maybe a little bit more aggressive. No, sorry, fourth or sixth.
Vart det inte Pebbe fram till 10 typ eller?
Even.
Ja.
So I think it's the right call to hit and try to blank the end.
What were you saying? That might be so, but we're also different individuals with different values. But I agree. There's no point at this time trying to go for the deuce.
Whoa!
They had lots of chances of doing it
Nej! Kör!
Ah, fan.
earlier in the
Är
end.
det tid på den då?
Bra. Det är liksom... Det är ingen Pebbe där heller, så vickarna
I
måste
think
träffa
that
på punkten.
wasn't ideal roll because now Norway can hit and roll and maybe force Sweden to one.
Nej, sorry.
Bra. Det blir liksom, det är ingen Pebbe kvar här nere heller.
Nej.
Så vickarna blir liksom dör ju också.
If they just get a roll 1 foot or more, the guards will annoy Nyman because it will be in the sight and they can definitely not afford to go in the guard. So just a roll for a foot or two will be perfect. It's on the
Just
nose.
it.
And then it shouldn't be a problem. Sweden will probably blank this end, and then we can discuss strategy for the sixth and what to expect Norway to do. To start up with one down without hammer.
Well, playing the sixth down on the scoreboard, there's no option. Have to play the guard.
Spela på den lite.
Yeah. I'm not sure if they go in the house if Nyman is going to blank the sixth or if he's trying for two. No, one down, you have to play the guard.
Ja. Ren, hela vägen.
Håll igång.
Ja.
Looks like a perfect blank.
Bra.
Yeah.
And the Swede RiteIce is up 4-3. Playing sixth, coming home with.
Bra. Ja, men då...
Nu vet vi om det, så nu gör vi det bästa sättet.
Ja.
Sparka ut lite hårt här bara.
Ja. Här tar vi in tvåan.
Ja.
Bra.
Poäng är bra.
Some nice pictures there from Härnösand and from our partner up. When we taking on the sixth end, Norway plays the center. Again, it's just in the middle between the house and the hog line.
Bra linje. Bra linje. Bra linje.
Tillbaka 4.
They've done it so many times, I think it
12.
shows on purpose to get so high.
Nu där.
This will be down behind. Go deep.
Bra. Bra.
And we choose to come around in the house. Another guard would have been an option to really make sure that it will be a chance to steal.
Lite upp i fart bara så att inte...
Of course, it's the guard leaves a risk, gives Sweden an opportunity to put even more pressure, more stones in the house.
But they get the guard.
Yeah. I actually think that is quite good for Norway. It could be.
Well, I think so too. As you say, it's a risk of putting more guards up, but still, if you're down, you have to do something. And it doesn't mean that you have to be totally super aggressive just because you have two guards this early in the end. Lots of time to do.
Ja. 74. Räcker. Bara fart.
And I think Nyman, they really want to score in this end. They will not, for sure not have a steal.
Whoa.
This is not ideal for Sweden.
Vad händer med den där i linjen?
Vad sa du?
Vad händer med linjen?
Men vi sopar den lite hårdare i början. Jag greppade den länge sen. Jag tänkte han böjde den faktiskt. Men jag vet inte.
Nej, jag liker å dra bak utsida. Altså. Det blir jo midt, ja. Du skal jo på sommerplass, da. Boka.
Playing an in-hand this time. I think it was more rigged for an out-turn this time.
This looks really wide.
Yeah, and heavy. I think if you don't have the weight, you don't get the curl. It's quite obvious in several.
At this time, I think the RiteIce team need to find the weight in front of the tee line. Otherwise, this can get messy for them.
Johannes.
Försiktigt.
Looks heavy again.
Bak 8. Ja. Hela vägen ner.
Precis igenom.
Hela vägen ner. Kom igen.
Ja, nästan hårt.
Kom igen. Hack weight.
Räcker.
This is not the situation you want, as the guards up front and lots of rocks in the back.
This one isn't too long anyway. I don't know if they managed to sweep it. It's quite good. Will they get it in the house?
But they didn't get the curl.
No, surprisingly. I thought it would curl a bit more. Its second shot. It's not a bad position because Sweden don't want it there. They can't hit it in a creative way.
No, they can only roll to the outside.
He's talking about to play the triple. Oh, I think that's quite a wise call actually.
Yes. I think so too. I think that is good. good way of changing the pace for the
Okej,
end.
jag tar den bara också.
Because this is not a good setup.
Well, I think Johannes is happy to play peel weight. Ross hasn't really been there.
Nej, bra spel. Sorry.
Neiman claims it's his mistake for sweeping in the beginning.
They didn't sweep that much, did they?
No, it's hard to say. I think he does it just to even to support
Johannes.
Yeah. He was wrong anyway, so why not apologize for the wrong call? Well, this is important shot for Norway now, because now when one guard is away, they really need to get this one as a shot.
And it just grabbed massive curl.
Yeah, it's a bit too heavy, so they didn't dare to sweep it all the way. So it's shot, but it's wide open and a chance for Sweden to roll in. It's difficult to roll perfect because it will leave Norway a chance to freeze it. If Norway makes that freeze, it will be difficult to get out of that jail for Sweden, actually. So,
yes, it will.
Yeah, almost every stone can be game deciders now. Oh, what happened? It just...
No, he looked like he threw it on the inside.
Yeah.
Håll i! Okay.
Didn't change so much. Another chance for Norway.
Han kommer til å gå til gjennom hvis han ikke har treft.
3 stones each to play.
Red! Yep! Red! Yep!
I think it's there.
Got a nice line. Here it comes.
And a little bit past T-line.
Kjør ned nedi!
That's good enough.
Wow.
It's well played.
Very nice draw.
So, what will they do? I think they will chase the guard again.
Bra, Kosta.
Det kan ju sitta här kanske, men jag tror inte det. Jag kommer att spinna dit.
I agree with this as well. And Simon is really good on this kind of shots. Big weight coming up.
Nej.
Yeah. Simon's
A little bit wide. He just hit one of them.
Oh.
Oh, you got to. Just got it. Enough, I think. He's
well, at least
4th. Norway's best. Then Sweden have 2. And then
it makes the job.
yeah. So that's really good.
That's a nice turnout for Sweden.
And skips rocks to play.
Simon is normally very accurate with those
Yeah.
with those high
15.
hard peels.
Yeah, Norway. Have to change strategy. They choose to go.
Kan dra opp
They have the. Of course, they can play the guard, or they have to chase the yellow ones.
Hvor fart vil du ha?
He really has to get it on the nose. Otherwise it will be easy to for Sweden. Can't afford to hit it on the outside.
Whoa!
This is not a good one. That can be the game.
It's very wide.
Det var långt ut, du. Ja, det var långt ut. Långt ut.
That is a little bit typical curling. You often see shots where the maybe high-level skilled need to do it, and you're often fairly close. But when it comes down to more regular shots, like if you have done some really nice shots and then you're coming back and gonna have an open takeout to hit or something, just to stay. The miss is more often on the easy shot than on the tough one.
And I think this was a bad call actually, because they couldn't really, even if they hit the stone just slightly on the outside. It wasn't even, he didn't even hit the stone, but
Så det är alltså, nu är det vilken alternativ A?
Even slightly on the outside wouldn't have been any good.
No, I agree with that.
So, Nyman.
Försiktigt. Wow! Nej, wow!
For sure, get the red out of the house. Hope to stay around as well.
Kom igen! Ja!
This was good.
Perfect.
Well played.
Length 3 with another one in the house.
Så han är 3 i dag.
Yeah.
Kör det in i där.
Oh, if I could choose colors now, I would choose yellow.
Ja. Fan, jag får 3 då.
Nej, det får inte med
I think it's
I think we all would.
Yeah, I think
Det är färd 3.
can't see them not losing at least 2 points. Of course they can make it double or triple. But to get all 4 out, they have to be really hard. And
I don't even see how they should get all 4 out of the house.
It should be some kind of backspin on. I don't think that's a weight you have to gamble with, so you can. I think it's a really big chance that Sweden will score 3 actually.
Yes. So here comes the Norwegian skip.
Yep. Whoa.
So here it comes, and it hits, and it's
Draw for 3. I think it was very many different outcomes who will leave this result. Hit for 3 or draw for 3. And I think the mistake was the call on the performance on his first duel. So Sweden make this draw and they will be up by 4 points to end to play.
Simon trodde 90. Alltså
Is that a sure win?
Well, you and I know there are no sure wins, but it is a sure. It looks very sure. That's for sure. 7-3 playing and 2 ends to go. It should be. I mean, they could easily play to lose a deuce in the 7th and playing the last one.
Safe.
Coming home 2 with hammer.
No mistake there. Sweden score 3 points. 2 ends to play.
Ja, nej, men det är ju lurigt att dra det.
Ja, alltså, men vi måste tänka att
And
it's
fun curling
I think so, but I think also if you look at when the the one that makes the opportunities is more the opponents missing than the team rather doing excellent shots.
Yeah.
But the ends are interesting. Lots of rocks in play, most of the times. Makes it fun to watch.
Yeah. So, top 4 from Sweden, and then we will see a corner from Norway. Looks... I was about to say heavy, but I think I changed my mind.
Well, top 4 it is.
Køle med renner veien. Kjempefram!
Tight!
Sakke!
Will that stop off as a front, or no sweeping at all? I think it will stop.
It grabs lots of curl.
Yeah. It's there. It's enough.
Vi kan, det är inte sista gången vi kan göra den här. Ja, försök på ticken då. Försök på den. Va? Vi ska inte trycka in den här eller? Viktor, den ska hit om något.
Ja, okej då.
Fram plussad. Igenom är okej. Alltså, det är som att spela igenom, kör då.
Swedish guys are discussing
Vad sa du?
which side of the Norwegian rock is
Plussad.
the best place to hit it.
Ja. Oh.
And we'll go for the inside.
Ja. Kom igen.
Try to hit it really thin. And also they don't want to play it softer because they don't want to end up in the as a center guard. So one of those shots that you try to do and you don't really have much margin to make it. Norway looks like they're going to play a second corner, the other side of the sheet. That would be a good call, according to me.
In på 2, press! Kör, hårt! Kör, nu kommer på 2-3.
Linja right there.
A little bit.
Ja! Wow! Nej!
Sätter ner den på våran.
Alltså, jag tror jag försökte få över.
Well, the Norwegians are in as a good position as they could be at this time of this end. 2 corner guards and it's their play. They are now discussing
Japp.
Fin fart!
Japp.
Fin fart! Kun retning! Kun retning!
T-line. Sweepers call it T-line. Looks a little bit heavier than T-line to me.
Japp. Japp. Egen. Ett Harald.
Grete.
I'm not sure what happened there, but
290.
this one we know for sure that the Swedish team will try to make the hit and roll.
Ja! Kom igen!
Hard for Lion there
Fan.
for a while, but
Bra spel. Ledsen Mats.
a nose. No sit.
Bra spel.
In my book, it would be easier to play the draw. To find the roll.
And I was thinking about the same draw weight, but you could either just to push the yellow rock a little bit into behind the corner, for example, to give yourself some opportunities.
To use so you can freeze it later.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
But playing a shot like that, down 4, playing 6 with two guards, it's
Kör det.
well, a bit reckless, I would say. It's
Yeah. And we're even in the 7th. So.
Halv.
oh, even in the 7th, even worse.
Klocka är helt bra också.
Yeah, and you can see it looks on Norway.
Ja.
The energy just ran out of them
Egen Viktor.
after the 6th hand.
Egen Viktor.
I think maybe in some kind of way they already think they have lost the game. But
Okay.
well, Sweden make mistakes obviously, so they have 2 corners, and that can be enough to score 3. Need to get around this one.
Japp.
Forcing Sweden to play the guard, and then they can go around the other guard, but I don't think this is through the guard.
No, the skip didn't look too happy there. It's short and over curls.
So
I'm a little bit surprised because both Johannes and Simon has missed
Klocka är också bra.
1 peel each this end.
So, you've been watching too?
Ja!
Yeah,
Nej!
it's not common.
Ja!
Det blir tjafs istället.
See if we can
That's
talk
okay.
to them after the game to see what their difficulties.
Okej.
You'll see him gliding around the ice, banging the broom a little bit, saying, I am not happy with my performance.
Okay, come around to score, get the chance to score 2.
Oh.
More weight in this. Still very wide.
Press.
Rande.
Now it starts to curl.
Hårt.
It's going to be wide open.
Yeah. This just might be the last end in this game. I think Norway need to continue.
I think so too.
Ja. Vi kan in och bajta.
Steal of 2. They just need one guard up
Vi kan in och bajta
by the end and be able to
våran gard uppe vid hogg så.
bear 2 behind.
Mycket åt höger är bra.
And I must say, if you look at the overall quality of the game,
it's not impossible.
It's not impossible, not at all.
Ja. Wow! Ja! Wow!
Nej! Nej, nej.
Okej, nej. Fan. Alltså. Ja. Alltså det är typ sen när Pebble är borta. Ja. Så vi har haft lite spårigt. Så kommer det spåren fram.
He doesn't want to play the draw around the high center guard. They're going to play it around the corner again. Try the corner at least.
Yeah, I think the other one is too high. You can't really bury it there.
God linje.
No sweeping at all.
Och Kölle. Press. Man kan gärna köra en het alltså.
Wide open. Maybe through the house as well. It is.
Så är det slickande och grej.
Det verkar så jävligt tragt ut när du sparskar ifrån.
Then I think we only have 2 more stones to watch in this game.
Ta typ, det avspringer mycket där. Men bara 12 då.
But you don't have to be away a very long time before you can watch us again.
Vi ska lite. Ja. Ja, garden ligger vid hogg så det är inte så jävla stor risk att gå i den. Så. Ja, bara typ white
Another
eller
Swedish
helt
team,
bara.
zip up. Brano as a skip.
Ja.
We'll play Switzerland team Lottenbach.
Ja. Ja, jag är jättemer än vanligt. Jättemer än vanligt.
That will be 2 o'clock.
Håll igång. Lugn linje. Bara 12, topp 12.
Inte längre än 4.
Fredrik Nyman
Nej, inte längre än 12.
probably his last shot in this game.
Bara.
Whoops.
Bra,
I
12
was about, and now it was well played.
Nej,
But picked in the end, and still I think it's okay.
Snyggt.
Gives Norway the
är
opportunity to blanket, of course, but still 4
Vad
down.
sa du? Nej.
I doubt we see an 8th end.
I would be surprised.
Ska bronka tänkte du? Ska bronk?
Ja,
Jag tror inte...
jag vill ta en.
Släng 4 då! Stark ända tåg!
Looks like the Norwegian guys are goofing around on the ice now.
Ja.
Japp!
Last stone, 7th end.
Wow. Wow.
Will hit the yellow. And will stay. Norway will score 1. Score is 4-7.
3 med.
And Sweden has the hammer. And Norway having a small team conference. Is there any chance we can steal 3 to force an extra end?
Center då.
Ja.
And they decide that
They will play.
there is a chance.
Interesting.
Well, I think just as you have a shot break.
Wow, wow, wow. Bra Jon!
And we are back with the 8th end in this session number 2 in the Livechannel Cup 2014. Sweden RiteIce is up 7-4 against Norway Oppdalsbanken.
Nej, var ingenting. Det var en liten deluxe-slide.
Sweden with hammer.
Okay. Var lite banana.
With a perfect chance to win the game, of course. Norway will now try to put up another center guard. You do like to get the guards separated as much as possible to make the double more difficult for the other team. And then of course it's not ideal to be in the center line, and we have a big pick, so
Who's got the remote? It's not Norway.
if the game wasn't over before, I would say it is now.
Well, you never know. Both you and I were so sure that they would shake hands after the 7th end.
Yeah. Oh. Looks like Newman went for a short personal break.
Whoa. Whoa.
Simon taking over the house. Victor with another attempt to tick the guard. They play really heavy weights on these ones.
Yes, what's your opinion on the weight to play those kind of appeals with the leads?
No, I would say if you look, I know in the teams I played with the ice conditions lately, I would always play softer and with overcurl, because you get a bigger hit on the stone when you don't play the up curl, so you let it pass the nose. And I think most of the teams in the top of the wall do the same.
And also the situation also depends. I mean, if you're tied coming home with the hammer, of course you want to play soft to open up the forefoot.
Yeah.
But
No.
in this game, they don't even need the forefoot. They just need damage control and make sure that they don't lose too many points.
By playing heavyweight, you don't risk to get 2 guards, of course. But I think normally they are good enough to don't risk that anyway. They have a little bit more than bump away.
Håll i, kom igen! Egen Simon. Bra. Bra.
But then again, I'm sure that teams find the way that suits them the best to deal with it. And if I should have an opinion of successful junior teams and junior teams that is not so successful, I think the big difference is the analyze. The good teams, they choose a path to go. For example, how to play this end, but they have this on all the strategies, and then they talk it through and see why did it work or why didn't it work, and they choose to stick with the plan for next game or change the thing. And then you have other junior teams that just go out and they don't even have a plan for the game, just following the other skips calls. then I think it's hard to get the development over time.
Ja, backa lite, det är lite ut.
I would say the teams I've seen
Lite ut, men ändå då.
being real good, they are good in the process of getting better.
I totally agree with you. And I would say that if you fail to plan your strategy, you are planning to fail the game.
Yeah.
Because if you, as you say, if you don't have the strategy, if you don't have the plan for how to play the game, there's nothing to evaluate when you lose the game either, because it could be either way. So there's a good tip for you teams out there watching this one. If you put up different scenarios and you play the end as if it was a game.
And of course it can first time you do this it can be very complex to think of all the games, so don't start with one end. Start to make a plan for the first end or the last end in some differences, and when you really get the hang of that one, it gets much more easier to make the same thing with the second end.
Yes.
Bra. Ja. Bra.
Double.
I think now we can say that this game is over. Do you agree?
Yeah, I totally do. There is 4 theoretical red points.
Linje
Det er 4. Nærme Bo som målet. En godt bit. Japp. Hard. Hard.
Japp.
Kjør hele veien. Hele veien.
Gå hele veien.
Hard. Kjør. Her er opp.
And guard is there. Sweden will peel it away, of course.
Litt svak.
Rent. Nej, vänta, nej. Fan då.
Vad är det här?
No, they are a little bit sloppy in the way of executing this game.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Norway can make us quiet by hiding another one.
Kan gå på 12-8, eller? Kan jeg si det?
And maybe get
Nej, men tänk på att
nerve in the game again. They don't have any option actually. They have to go in the house because they have to steal 3 points.
Yes.
And they have to bury it. So freeze on the nose on the one in the house. And then hoping for another huge mistake from Sweden.
Japp.
And what happens is a huge pick.
So
And,
can they get the race instead?
Yeah, if they slow down the sweeping. Oh,
Yeah,
that was
they do.
interesting.
It has to stay there.
And the curl,
Also
also got the curl in the right direction.
Ja, hvor plukker jeg?
Well, it's going to come down to the very last shot of the game.
Yeah. Well. Nyman taking no risk. Peel the guard.
Jag tar det. Ja. Nej, jag har en spåret extra ifall det skulle vara. Ja. Ja. Ja.
It's there.
Rent. Bra.
Norway will just draw on the wing, probably.
Ja. Bra. Är med och gör rent hjälp mycket inför nästa.
It's difficult to put this stone so Sweden won't be able to hit anyone. Maybe a tap just to make the line up. Oh.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you could hope for if you just put it somewhere around the red one, so that if you just get a tiny bit of it, might sort of wreck on the red ones and stick in the house for that reason. I don't know. But anyway, whatever, it will take a huge mistake from the Swedish guys.
Norway. Another pick. Yeah, I think the pebble is done. They take it down to the last stone.
Well, this is what I mean, because if it would have been a single red rock, I mean, a high hard one would just take it out.
Yeah.
Even with a very tiny hit. But since you have some other red ones in the house and you get a tiny bit, and you could maybe wreck on the red ones a little bit.
Yeah, there is a chance for Norway here, but it's not the biggest one. But it's been a lot of picks, so I hope they have cleaned the cheat this time.
Here comes Fredrik Nyman with his last rock to win the game for RiteIce.
It's looking good.
Yes. No problem.
It's there. Hits one. We have a score of 1 red. Sweden Nyman wins first game 7-5, and thank you, Magnus, and thank you for watching us, and please be back shortly.
Stay tuned.
Jag tror även det dör ju inför våran 15 omgång var det är ingen pebble här i mitten. Ja, jag tänkte man får pebble side spår va innan man ska göra det i paus. Och jag måste göra det. Jag har gjort tävlingar förut tänkte jag. Eller får man, jag vet inte. För det